I think it's fair to already call Hong Kong the new Berlin, in the sense that it has been a gateway between East and West. It remains a gateway between East and West in terms of the United States and China. Now there's major competition, and some people call it a clash of civilizations. There's a real difference in view, even in terms of what one country, two systems means. A lot of that's being played out here in Hong Kong, the way it was being played out in Berlin many years ago. Maybe the difference is I don't think there's spies running around the street. It's certainly not snowing like it was in Berlin, but there are reasons to call it that. It's bringing the tension into one major cultural city. We are potentially entering a very difficult and a different era from the free enterprise era that we had for American companies in the past. That's not to say that it's over for American companies in Hong Kong, but if we see the end of this special economic status and relationship, it'll make Hong Kong a different place psychologically for Americans, and also people will have to take a look at their footprint here and say, is there value in me being here given the potential increased risk? Could I just move my operations to China if Hong Kong feels to work like it's just another city in China? Are there other areas of Southeast Asia that are developing? Should we move some of our work back to the United States? All of these questions will be asked over the coming months, and hopefully that doesn't trigger too many people to leave Hong Kong, but we will be in a big period of sustained reevaluation of whether it's worth being here. I don't think anyone's rushing for the exits as far as the major businesses go. You can't just up and leave anyway if you have 1,000 employees like some of the financial institutions do. But as I have mentioned, there could and will be a reevaluation of the footprint here and the value of being here. We could start to see companies spreading their risk, so not leaving entirely, maybe leaving a smaller operation here and taking other parts of their business to other parts of Asia. Singapore is always the one that's mentioned, but there could be other cities involved, and a general change in the trend of what's been happening. Now there's another thing added to this. It's not just the US-China trade war and the friction that we're feeling in Hong Kong. It's technology and the disruption that all of that has brought. It costs a lot of money to have a major office building in Central in Hong Kong. Ever since coronavirus, we've had many more people working at home, working remotely. So one might just reevaluate their footprint based on that. And then we're into the area of looking at how the world is changing in terms of technology and moving forward. Businesses are changing. Financial institutions are in a very different place now than they were 10 years ago. And law firms are using technology, so they may not need as many staff as they used to have. All of this is happening at the same time as we have a very difficult geopolitical situation, the coronavirus, and a recession to boot. I would say it's the perfect storm. We're heading into tough times. We're already in tough times. But Hong Kong has always been a win-win for everybody at the end. And I don't think we should really write off Hong Kong, because when we get through this difficult period of disruption and geopolitical tensions, Hong Kong could well find a new place. It can find a reason why it's important. Its political leanings aside, its physical location on the planet, the history that it's had, its physical presence, it's an amazing city when you look at it, brings out all types of energy in people. So as people often say, don't write off Hong Kong yet.